Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Ifa Shazolumiti Manase. My number matric is DE190201. Okay, this is my group project for the for using a Mary software. So our task is to simulate and simulate. Our task is to simulate and Our task is to isolate and simulate a very simple basic computer using Mary software. Okay, I will present about the introduction. So for the introduction is about Mary software. Mary software is a short form of a mechanic architecture that is really instructive and easy, so that this software the purpose of this is to give you a basic understanding of how computer work, so that for this assembly language was only used for education purpose in the essentials of computer programming, organization, and architecture. For this software will include a set of Java simulator called Mary.js. The Mary.js is a JavaScript version of the Mary implementation, so it's aimed to be a real to the original Java program as possible while improving feature to make concept more intuitive and easier to understand. So for the next point, it's about central processing unit is a CPU. So the CPU is responsible for fetching program instruction, decoding each instruction that is fetched, and perform the indicated sequence of operation on the correct data. So to understand how computer works, we must first become familiar with their various element in the system. So for the next point, it's about CPU that can be divided into two pieces. The first is the data path, which is a network of a storage unit, which is a network of storage unit, which is a register and architecture and logic unit for performing various operation on data connected by buses, capable of moving data from one location to the another when the timing is controlled by clocks. The second is about name is control unit, which is in charge of sequencing operation and ensuring that the correct data is in the right place at the right time. So the performance of the machine is directly affected by the design of the database and the control unit.
Assalamualaikum Doctor. My name is Ina Aimi Shakira binti Sakara, metric number C200007. So I will continue with the content of our assignment. This is the block diagram of computer operation from the storage up until I/O device. Okay, from the storage to the memory, we use program and data, and from memory to storage using data and address. From memory to CPU address, and from CPU to the memory is data and address. From CPU to DMA using memory address, and DMA to CPU it's data interrupt. From DMA to the I/O device is peripheral address, and from I/O device to the DMA is data interrupt. Okay, next we use memory simulator to assembly the coding. From the coding is load x, load value of variable x to AC, add y, add value of y to AC, x plus y, subtract z from AC, x plus y minus z, store result, store value of x plus y minus z to variable result, output, halt. As we use decimal, decimal 30, declare variable x, y, decimal 100, declare variable y, and z, declare 20, declare variable z, and result, decimal 0, declare variable result. And from here, we can see the AC, IR, MAR, MBR, and PC. This is a register in memory software. AC means accumulator, intermediate data is stored within the AC. For the IR is instruction register, hold the current instruction. MAR is a memory access register, store or fetch the data as the given address. MBR is a memory buffer register, store the data when being transferred to or from the memory. And the last one is PC, it's program counter. It stores the current position of the instruction with each instruction having its own address. And from here, we assemble a step from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we can see RTL log, the RTL log here. Okay, from the PC to MAR, in hexadecimal, we decoded opcode 1 in instruction register as a load, this one, and MBR into AC, and this is the second line from PC to MAR, decoded opcode 3 in IR as add, MBR plus with AC, the previous AC, into AC, line number 3, subtract Z, decoded opcode 4 in IR as subtraction. It's MBR minus with AC because it's subtract, minus with AC into AC, and line number 4, store result, from PC to MAR, and decoded opcode 2 in IR as store, and MBR to MAR memory. Output from PC MAR, decoded opcode 6 in IR as output, AC as out. And the last one is halt. It's PC to MAR, decoded opcode 7 in IR as halt. IR mean terminate the program. Okay.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Hakimi bin Mustafa Kamal. My metric number is DE190067. So I'm from group 4. I'm going to present about the simulation and the result of the simulation. So this is the code that have been right. So and okay, this is uh, okay, I'm going to run the program. Assemble. It will be appear assemble successfully. So uh, from this code, we put it x plus y, and minus z. So 30 plus 100, 130 minus by 20, we will get 110. So we run it, so until it halted. So this is in hexadecimal, result in hexadecimal. So in decimal we will get 110. Okay, this is ACIR, their yes, this is the output decimal 110. So the output also have appear at here. Go to the RTL log. This is the RTL log. Okay, there are six line. RTL log line by line 1 until 6 until half. So we go through to the data path. Okay, this is the data path. So firstly, this is the IR. IR is the input register. It carries input character. So this is the output register, carries output character. IN is input register. IR is instruction register actually. Sorry, mistake. And AC is an accumulator with 16 bits processor register. MBR and so on. This is program counter and address register. So okay, we go to the data register contains 16 bits which hold the operand read from the memory location. The memory address register contains 12 bits which hold the address for the memory location. The program counter also contains 12 bits which hold the address to the instruction to be read from memory after the current instruction to be executed. The accumulator AC register is a general purpose processing register. IR read from memory is placed. The instruction register. Good. Okay. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Present about the conclusion that we get from this project. We have learned and developed how to use the Mary software in the website. So the Mary is quick, easy, and convenient to use and to learn it by ourselves because it is not so complicated to use it. we also have to learn how to do the program from the research in the Google or on the internet. We also have more understanding about the basic concept of computers, especially about the register. So we can safely conclude that the assignment was complete successfully as required. Thank you very much.